to the following presentation of the National Football League. Please welcome your 2025 Minnesota Vikings.
On the Falcons sideline, their head coach, Raheem Morris. His guys got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. On the other sideline, it is the Vikings head coach, Kevin O'Connell. His team also winners in their opener, so a couple of 1-0 teams doing battle here. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll be brought down right around the 25. Falcons set to take over here on offense, and they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position to come playoffs.
And they move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
16 yards.
It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Baker keeping it on the zone read. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
At the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second
From
and
the gun, it's Mayfield. There he goes again.
Baker Mayfield scrambles from the pocket. Gain of 9 yards. First down, Atlanta.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. That one just too far. Out in front, and it's incomplete.
Brings up second and 10.
On second down, Baker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Falcons.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the Vikings' 6-yard line.
The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
A loss of 2
The
yards.
offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Tyler Warren, the man he's looking for there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. McManus's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback for the Vikings. He's in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Jawan Jennings was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. Back deep, Anaya Smith. Cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Falcons offense ready now for their second drive. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It just has the ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
Right back to Chase. He's got it again. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 20. And the Falcon first
They
down.
go play action with Mayfield. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker.
Mayfield's pass.
And when he forced out of bounds, a very short gain.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield.
Mayfield's
I
pass.
had a defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
9 yards to go.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. That's big Christian Wilkins. He gets into drop in for his first sack of the young season.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. This offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Vikings offense about ready to get going on their second possession. First carry now for Rico Dowdle. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 36 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the game.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force
Brings up a
third down.
and 10 yards to go.
McCarthy from the gun here on third down. There's Okonkwo open left side. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Minnesota.
16 yards.
Let's
go. First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Get out of my way, get your talking face out of my
To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Montez Sweat getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
After allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
McCarthy to the air on second down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's got the first down. He'll slide to a stop and take it to first and goal. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Dowdle. And he is going the wrong way. Tackles back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Now from the 7, it's second and goal. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he's in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Minnesota. But J.J. McCarthy, a long time coming. But his first touchdown pass in an NFL regular season game.
But I think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. It's a really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Here's Ryland now. TD, he'll send this one away. On the return, here is Ainias Smith. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Falcons offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He'll manage only a couple. The veteran safety Harrison Smith there on the stop. From 31, here is 2nd and 8. On play action, Mayfield. Pass complete. He's got Calvin Ridley. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. It's good for a Falcon first down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He takes off. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. They'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. Just a short pickup down inside the 30. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. To throw is Mayfield. As we are ready to get back underway. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. up 17 through the air. First down,
And
Atlanta.
the Falcon, first down.
The run up the middle. It's Walker. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a football. And it's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase.
Incomplete.
Now it's going to be third down.
Third down. And 8 yards to go.
They bring Chase in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it.
Baker Mayfield scrambles from the pocket.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are back within 1. It's 7-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Vikings offense ready for this next possession. Greg, the NFC North has become such a fun division over the last few years. Think of the geography and the legacy. It's always been, because of the proximity, a fun division with great rivalries. But with almost all the teams playing well, save the Bears over the last few years, it's almost heightened the awareness of how good the NFC North can be.
Yeah, I think going into the season, I'd make the argument it's the best division in football. And I think when the worst team...
And he lost the football. No turnover here. The Cards able to get the football, get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Throwing now on third and long. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And on third down, that ball is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Here comes Smith on the return. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times. And maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mikey. You think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady. And then Atlanta, they make the Super Bowl with Matt Ryan. And New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in the Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets. New coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay's been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing, and we might be a year or two away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's McCarthy. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. He's got his tight end. That's a pump ball. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line.
That's good.
Now Dowdle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and the defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
To the air, on 3rd down is McCarthy. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now, as he is on to punt for Minnesota. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line for a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball from 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Andrew Van Ginkel in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Wrigley, complete. Here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
They'll send a tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Walker. Into space. And he's into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Falcons. That his first touchdown of the new year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Falcons are in the lead by the score 13-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Vikings offense ready to get back to work. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release. The draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind. Interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Obviously, so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes #1, and obviously Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, Mike. I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back, under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early Madden Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, the Heisman winner, Colorado, great play both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impact? I believe it's harder to find impact with defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. So if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
He's got a receiver. It's Chase. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Falcons.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back in, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. The quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play.
Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their first. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Mayfield. First down throw there is incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Mayfield to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. And he's going to have a first down here as they are into field goal range at the 27.
A gain of 15. First down, Atlanta.
off the play fake. It's Mayfield. To the left side. Caught by Chase. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Gain of 13 yards.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down here, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. The second down throw from Mayfield. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Tyler
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little.
And that is in the end zone. He's in. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown Atlanta. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Extra point by McManus, up and quick. And the Falcons add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On first down, here's McCarthy. Gets this one into the hands of Dewan Bennett. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. On first and 10, it's McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus May. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
McManus set to kick
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
First and 10.
The Vikings offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid, week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
But I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. They'll come up here, first and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage. But when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough. And now a much more advantageous spot.
Brings up third and
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
less than a yard.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Falcons offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Gain of 10 yards. And it's third down.
They go zone read here on third and short. And he'll get this to the 35. That's good enough for the first down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And a Falcon first down.
They'll run the draw with Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Atlanta.
First down, Atlanta.
They go play action with Mayfield. This throw right side taken in by Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
27 on the play. First down, Falcons.
They'll run with Pacheco. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
And the Falcon first down.
In motion is Warren. Here's a handoff to Walker. And he'll get into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Falcons. That's his second touchdown tonight.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Team's ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is Trey Palmer. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Now comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week one at home. Your fans are into it. Hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high. But it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week two opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Secured by the veteran, Adam Thielen. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. They get 24 on that one. It'll be a Vikings first down.
30-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Second and 10.
Riley Moss there defensively.
To throw is McCarthy. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Brady Jarrett getting into drop him. It's a loss of 6. And it's third down. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Just separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Chad Ryland on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
Ryland's kick is good. And the Vikings are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make a habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Falcons
offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. Mayfield to throw on first and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Try again. It's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now Mayfield. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. So, from 37, here's second and 9.
Brings up second and
Here's a toss to Pacheco.
37-yard line.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And a Falcon first down.
They'll run here with Walker. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And he's in! Tyler Warren. Touchdown Atlanta. For Warren, he had 25 touchdowns during his Penn State days. That his first in the NFL. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Vikings 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Palmer now to return. And he'll they'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. That is Max Melton off the edge. He gets in on that corner blitz, and he comes up with a sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter. All set to kick this one away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Walker now gets us going here in the 4th quarter. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On play action, Mayfield. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco. Able to slip one tackle, but not another. Will be fortunate to get this one back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll run the draw with Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
The Falcons send their punting unit out. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
2nd and 11. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That one out of the reach. The receiver's outstretched arms, and it is incomplete. A tough spot to 3rd and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll let this go deep for Tobler. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play for Minnesota. 39 yards.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Open right side is a Okonkwo. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
To the air once more is McCarthy. Flush to his right. Now he'll run it.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy. Like, you do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And anytime his offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Now a give up the middle. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up
He was
third
brought
down.
down by Marcus Bay. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That one broken up in the end zone. And it's incomplete. What a great work. He shook those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
5 minutes built in.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and 1. That was a big ask. And the defense turns them away. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And it would appear they're on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this 4th quarter. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with 1. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd
He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense. He takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Blake Hackman getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on 1st down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
Gain of 6.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Vikings.
The throw, it's McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A loss of 6.
And it's really been their inability of the offensive line to keep the quarterback upright. And it's a big reason why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That's taken in by Jennings. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. Right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20.
Tyler Warren. A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Complete to Calvin.
Here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Falcons. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. He takes off.
J.J. McCarthy on the scramble. It's a gain of 9.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half.
30-yard line.
We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now it's 2nd and 1. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And we'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
That's good.
For the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Well, a couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Vikings 1st down.
Now Dowdle. And a strong 1st down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Minneapolis.